The roar of his Harley echoed through the empty highway as Jake Rogue Lawson rode under the fading sunset. He had lived his life on the road, free, wild, and reckless. But tonight, it wasn't just another ride. Tonight, he had a mission that came in the form of a crumpled letter in his leather jacket. Jake was a biker to the core. Tattoos inked his stories, scars carved his lessons, and the open road was his only home. But beneath the rugged exterior, he carried a secret, a son he had never met. Years ago, he had left his pregnant girlfriend, Sarah, convinced he wasn't the man to raise a child. Guilt had been his silent passenger ever since. 2 weeks ago, Jake got the letter, a letter written in shaky handwriting. It wasn't from Sarah, but from a 12-year-old boy named Evan, his son. Dear Dad, Mom says you're out there somewhere, riding bikes and being free. I wish I could meet you, even just once. Mom is sick, and she won't tell me, but I know. I don't know if you'll ever get this, but if you do, I'll be waiting at Murphy's Diner on Sunday at 5 p.m. Maybe just one ride. Your son, Evan. Jake clenched the letter in his fist as he neared the diner. His heart pounded louder than his engine. Was he too late? Would Evan even recognize him? Would Sarah hate him? He didn't know, but one thing was certain. He couldn't run anymore. The diner's neon lights flickered as he pulled in. Inside, at a booth by the window, sat a small boy wearing a leather jacket, 2 sizes too big. His dark eyes locked onto Jake's, and for the first time in years, the fearless biker felt fear. He stepped inside, the bell on the door chiming. Evan grinned, wide and hopeful. You really came? Jake swallowed hard. Yeah, kid, I did. They talked for hours, about bikes, the road, and everything in between, but the moment of truth came when Evan's expression darkened. Mom's in the hospital. It's bad. Jake's chest tightened. Take me to her. When they arrived, Sarah was frail but still beautiful. Her eyes widened in disbelief. Jake? I'm here, he said, voice breaking. I should have been here sooner. Tears welled in her eyes, but she smiled. He needed you, and you came. They talked until visiting hours ended. Jake promised Evan he'd be there, always. That night, he wrote a letter of his own, leaving it on Evan's bedside table before slipping away at dawn. But here's the twist no one saw coming. 2 days later, Evan opened the letter with trembling hands. Dear Evan, I wish I could stay and be the dad you deserve. But sometimes life has its own plans. I never told you this, but I was sick too. I thought I could outrun it. I was wrong. Doctors say I don't have much time, but I had enough time to meet you. And that's more than I could have ever asked for. You asked for one ride, kid. But I want to give you something better. My bike. She's yours now. Ride the road for me. Live free, love hard, and never be afraid to chase what matters. I'll always be with you. Your dad, Jake. Evan clutched the letter to his chest, tears streaming down his face. Outside, the morning sun shined on the Harley parked by the curb, and for the first time in his life, Evan understood what it meant to be truly free.